the entire day today, there was a lot of excitement about this new chief minister that Punjab is getting. Out of the blue, we got to know that it will be Charanjit Singh Channi. He's going to be the first from the SC community. His name came out. He was not even in the top contenders earlier, but was earlier part of the cabinet for Captain Amrinder Singh. Along with him, there are two deputies as well. But while there weren't many expectations out of Mr. Channi, when his first media interaction happened, he literally had blown the poll bugle. The first line itself was an attack on the opposition. Listen into the highlights, then we'll get into the debate.
कांग्रेस पार्टी दी हाई कमांड ने श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी ने, श्री राहुल गांधी जी ने, हरीश रावत जी ने, पंजाब प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी ने, कांग्रेस कमेटी के प्रधान नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू जी ने एक आम आदमी नूं जेड़े कहते फिरदे ना आम आदमी आ बैठा आम आदमी, मैनू कांग्रेस पार्टी ने राहुल गांधी जी ने पंजाब की सेवा का मौका दिता है। मैं एक गल कह दा कि मैं आम आदमी का, मैं गरीब का नुमाइंदा है, चाहे गरीब किसान है, चाहे गरीब दुकानदार है, चाहे गरीब वो पिंड च बैठा मजदूर है जिहड़ा रोज मजदूरी करके खाता है, चाहे छोटा दुकानदार है, चाहे गरीब किसान है, चाहे किसी जाति का गरीब है, मैं उन्हों का नुमाइंदा, मैं अमीरां का नुमाइंदा। कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। वो उन्होंने पानी के राखे भी कहा गया है, लोगों ने उन्होंने हर मुख्तियारता भी दी है। साडी पार्टी के लीडर हैं, जो काम अजे टाइम बचता सी अधूरे रह गए हैं, ऐसे ही करांगे। एक मैं बेनती करांगा कि मेरा बिस्तरा मेरी गड्डी दे विच ही लग्या होया है। सिद्धू साहब बैठन लगे, कहते आ की है पिछे, मैं कहा भाई जी बिस्तरा लग्या होया, मैं 4 बजे तुर पैना, जिथे पहुंचना होवे 7 बजे पहुंच जाना, मैं पंजाब दे घर घर विच जाना।
Chosen words came out of the mouth of the newly elected, if one can call, selected Chief Minister for Punjab. And through this entire period, Navjot Singh Sidhu, sitting right next to him, was all smiles. He clearly feels that there is no threat to him or his candidature as a Chief Minister or for a Chief Ministership in the upcoming polls as well. Listen in from Sidhu.
आज इन्ना चंगा महसूस हो रहा है। एक चीफ मिनिस्टर ने मेरी आस पूरी की थी। सवेर दा चन्नी बाई एक वर्कर वांग काम कर रहा है। मैनू बड़ा फखर है, मैनू बड़ा माण है कि राहुल गांधी जी ने पंजाब दी इस धरती ते इतिहास कायम किया। 18 नकाती प्रोग्राम सी, उहदे चों फिर 5 नकाती प्रोग्राम सी, उहदे चों 3-4 मसले ते अज ही चन्नी बाई ने पूरा कर देना। कि जिस तरह रेगिस्तान दे विच कदे कदे बरसात हुंदी है ते सौंधी खुशबू उठदी है ना, कि बड़े अरसे बाद एक सौंधी खुशबू उठी है और एक नवा इतिहास सिरजिया गया।
All right, but if you thought all is well in the Congress party after this entire rejig that has happened, then think again, because Mr. Jakhar has his reservations.
Joined here by Sunil Jakhar, the ex-president of Congress party. 2 tweets in the last 48 hours, first comparing Rahul Gandhi with King Alexander and now openly saying that Mr. Rawat should not have projected Sidhu for 2022. Why the entire purpose of replacing Chief Minister, that party should not have infighting. Do you think with your tweet that purpose stands defeated now?
It was just to avoid any infighting in the party that I raised my concern, and I stand vindicated today when immediately after my tweet Rahulji has taken note of it, or the High Command has taken note of it, and AICC has just held a press conference saying that no, it is not Mr. Sidhu alone, but both of them, Mr. Charanjit Singh Channi as well as Navjot Singh Sidhu ji, they will the poll will be contested against under their leadership, under the overall supervision of Sonia ji and Rahul Gandhi ji. So I stand vindicated. There is nothing about infighting, or it is to avoid any kind of a need of the hour is to strengthen Mr. Channi, who just about, he had not even yet been sworn in. So this kind of a thing coming from a senior leader, as senior as Rawat ji, who has been earlier Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, it should have been avoided. Most
Mayawati is calling you.
Mayawati ji can call me whatever she wants to call me. Opposition call me whatever she says. She is saying whatever she wants to say. They are all in. Why didn't she project somebody here? Why did she join hands with the most feudal and autocratic class in this Punjab? The Akalis are nothing but the landed, the feudal class, and they are joining hands with them who had thrown them out not even in 7 months after their earlier tie-up. So they are, whatever they say, they have the right to say.
Last question.
My thing is that Congress is a secular party. If it was not, Mrs. Gandhi would not have made Dr. Manmohan Singh the Prime Minister, and he remained Prime Minister twice. And the same way, if there was any consideration on religion and identity basis, then Sunil would not have been CLP leader. Sunil would not have been PCC president. It's all because of the secular outlook of Sonia ji and Rahul Gandhi ji and Congress party as a whole. But there are certain people within Congress who have forgotten the meaning, though they are maybe from Punjab origins. But they have either never read or never understood the meaning of Punjabiyat, which is Manas ki jaat eko pehchan be. I think this sums up Mool Mantar of Punjabiyat is this. So they are casting aspersions.
So you are upset with all that, what happened, Hindu and Sikh candidate should be CM or should not be CM.
I think these people have been trying to falling into the trap of this is BJP's RSS agenda.
All right, Ghazali joins us for the very latest on that. Ghazali, all seem to be going well for the Congress party till the time this tweet and this interaction that you just did with Mr. Jharkhar happened. Clearly, I mean, the question is very simple. Is Mr. Jharkhar now the new Navjot Singh Sidhu in this current arrangement?
No, Mr. Jharkhar is perhaps by far the most sincere politician the Congress party has in Punjab. What he's simply referring is that if you see the entire sequence of events in the last 48 hours, the Congress party, which held its CLP meet, and they decided names were being considered. So when Mr. Jharkhar's names was being considered, some leaders objected, saying that he is a Hindu face and party should go for a Sikh face. Even Ambika Soni said that. But after Sunil Jharkhar's name, and with this logic his name was being rejected, and after that the party high command started considering Ambika Soni's name, even she is a Hindu face. So this is what he's actually trying to indicate, that if you want to play up this Hindu Sikh card, then certainly he is hinting that there are certain people in our party, in Congress. If you heard that statement, he says that there are certain people in our party who are influenced by the ideology of BJP and RSS. That is one point. The other point is hinting at that you have got a new CM today, and Mr. Rawat, who has been making all sorts of statements since he was appointed the state affairs in charge, he goes on to say that the next polls will fight under the leadership of Navjot Singh Sidhu. As of now, nobody is clear that who will get what ahead of 2022 polls. Right now you have got a new CM. The focus should have been to minimize or to ensure that there is no internal bickering, there is no infighting, nobody is passing comments on to each other. But this is exactly what happened. So certainly Mr. Jharkhar was upset on that, because even he is an ambitious person. His name was doing the rounds. He was the first one to be considered as CM candidate after Mr. Amrinder Singh resigned. So on that part certainly he is upset. But more than that, with what Mr. Rawat told to the media people yesterday, that in the next polls our face would be Navjot Singh Sidhu, or we will be led by Navjot Singh Sidhu in 2022 polls, that has really upset many people here.
All right. So people getting upset with the Congress party and the leadership just continues. Even with the new face, even with new deputies, even with just 4 months to poll, that is clearly happening. The surprise element in all of this clearly has been the Chief Minister himself, who managed to get some good bites today and managed to get a lot of attention as well. Let's take it forward with our guests now. Thanks, Ghazali, for joining us with the very latest. We are joined by Ashutosh now, somebody who understands who's now a columnist, author, but understands Aam Aadmi Party a little more than all of us at this point. So his perspective on how this is going to be, and the first line of the new chief minister saying, I am an Aam Aadmi Party, and how he sounded that poll bugle there. Very important. We'll talk about that with Ashutosh as well. Joining us from Punjab, in fact from Chandigarh, is Assistant Professor of SGGS College, Harjeshwar Singh. Getting a ground reality from him will be interesting, and to understand how exactly this entire caste dynamics is playing out on the ground. Javed Ansari joins us for a perspective on Congress and how the High Command, are they finally in control of their Congress, of their Punjab unit? Are they not? Are we expecting more, sort of infighting to happen in the days to come, is what we'll understand from him. And Ajoy Bose, of course, to give us an overall view on things. Let me first begin with Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, what is your opinion? I just want to get a ground sense of how this entire theatrical performance of the Congress party is playing out on the ground. See, the fact of at the end of the day, apart from the fact that this was a surprise that Captain Amarinder Singh really sprung upon his party and left them looking for a chief minister, really. The same thing happened in Gujarat as well, right? Closer to polls, the party themselves decided to give itself a new face. So this is a pattern that keeps happening. So there is, at the end of the day, there's nothing new really to change a chief minister. In fact, in most parties, this is done to ensure that there is no sort of try to fight out anti-incumbency as well. So on the whole, at the end of the day, this new face, how do you think it's going to play out on the ground?
Actually, Sonal, as far as this episode is concerned, if we view it in the last 3-4 days, I think certain things we have to keep in mind. The first thing that we have to say is that Amarinder Singh was considered to be a very formidable CM, and especially on the national scene. And the ease with which he was made to displace, the ease with which he was removed, where the High Command, in connivance with a large faction of Congress, that was very surprising for most people. That was the first thing. Second thing was,
a lot of us sitting in Delhi thought it was a lot of unease.
No, the ease is that just 40 people writes a letter to the High Command, a CLP letter is sent, and a CLP meeting is convened, and the very next day the CLP, Amarinder Singh resigns. So this Amarinder Singh already had seen the writing on the wall, because when Mr. Sidhu was elevated as the president, even at that time when Mr. Amarinder Singh had tried to muster support, only 13 people had written on his behalf.
Can I just steer the conversation with you in another direction over here? This caste dynamics that Congress is going for, a minority or a SC, ST chief minister, 2 deputy chief ministers as well, the portrayal, the big picture that they really want to showcase to the people, do you think it works in Punjab?
Definitely. As far as Punjab is concerned, there are, although it is considered to be a Sikh majority state, but there are 3 very clearly distinguished social caste combinations, we can say. One is the rural, largely it's Jat Sikh dominated rural polity. Then we have the urban Hindus, and then we have the Dalits, which are present in both Akali Dal, in both Sikhs as well as the Hindus. And Congress, throughout its history, it has been giving representation to all the 3 communities. Although the Jat Sikhs have been dominating as CMs, but there, as far as party president is concerned or leader of opposition is concerned, they have also considered the representation of the Hindus. So you think they've
picked all the right columns at this point?
Yeah, they have
at
done
least
it.
With
The
this
only thing is,
new rejig.
Yes.
Okay, Javed Ansari, your thoughts on what exactly has happened? We all were looking at the first press interaction of the new CM very carefully, and his first line itself a lot of people thought, oh wow, he's making all the right pitches. He was thought of to be this stopgap arrangement for these 4 months, but then he came in and he seems to be in election mode.
And not surprisingly, look, he may be a new chief minister, but he's no babe in the woods. He's a politician, and 4 months from now, state will be heading to polls. He's made all the right noises. He's ticked all the nice boxes. So what is it that he brings to the table? He brings to the table his social background, the fact that he's a Dalit, that he comes from a poor and humble background, that which people can identify with. We often tend to underestimate the fact that there are close to 30% Dalits in Punjab, and that's a big catchment. That's a big vote constituency. The Congress has, now that the the Congress, now that there's been a change of guard, the Congress is trying to make inroads there. The Akalis have already tied up with the BSP, so to negate that, they've got a Dalit face, and also to paper over their facts. So I was very pleasantly surprised by Mr. Channi's first press performance. Of course, much will depend on how he conducts himself and how much of a free hand he's given, because as we can see from the pictures, there's Mr. Navjot Singh Sidhu just breathing down his neck. So whether it will be Navjot Singh Sidhu, and the biggest problem at the moment I think the Congress party suffers from is premature articulation. There was absolutely no need for Mr. Harish Rawat to make that kind of statement. You need to be helping the new Chief Minister consolidate himself rather than undermine his position by saying that the next polls will be fought under the leadership of Mr. Sidhu.
And
if
Mr.
that
Jakhar
indeed
to say
is
it
going to
publicly
happen,
as well, to point out.
then why is
Yeah.
Mr. Channi been appointed? Is he
Yeah.
just there to warm the seat for him? And if that is the case, then who's going to vote for Mr. Channi?
All right, interesting details over there. Ashutosh, let me come to you next. What do you think the Aam Aadmi Party must be thinking today? Seen
Nothing.
as this very powerful force in Punjab, almost won the last election as well, the biggest competitor at this point, and now comes this CM out of nowhere, and his first line is that people who call themselves Aam Aadmi Party are not Aam Aadmi Party. I am the real Aam Aadmi.
See, I think Aam Aadmi Party should be and should not be doing anything right now. Because whatever their agenda was, I think it is hijacked by the Channi himself on his first press conference to APC very clearly. What Aam Aadmi Party is doing, Aam Aadmi Party has been saying that they will appoint a chief minister if they become, if they form the government, and that deputy chief minister will come from the Dalit. So the Congress has made a Dalit as a chief minister itself. So what Aam Aadmi Party is caught in its own game. Secondly, Aam Aadmi Party is projecting that they represent the poorest, the marginalized, the subaltern groups. The fact is, the background itself, he said, my mother is so, my father is so, I have a very poor background and all that. So now Aam Aadmi Party has to rejig its strategy and they have to think twice. Then we are also talking about electricity, water and all that. Channi has said very clearly that they are going to make it free for all of them. Now the issue is, the biggest problem Aam Aadmi Party is facing in Punjab is the leader. Who will be their candidate? Bhagwant Singh Maan is pitching that. And he is very, very up. For the last 1 month, my information is he is not attending a meeting. He is sulking somewhere. And Aam Aadmi Party is in a fix whether they want to make him a chief ministerial candidate or not. Because Maan is most popular Aam Aadmi Party leader in Punjab, but he has certain baggages. And those are very, very serious baggages. First of all, the man has been a serious politician. And as a serious politician, what vision he has. Till now, this is the second term when he is there as a member of parliament. Because I had not seen the vision of chief minister.
Ashutosh, just hold that thought, because that seems to be a recurring theme over here. Ironically, that's the same problem with the Congress party as well. So I want to sort of delve into this in just a Bose, but I know Ajay Bose is also waiting. Ajay, your thoughts on what exactly is transpiring. And I think what we are calculating and perhaps what we are looking at today is a very silent, we are talking at a time when Captain Amrinder Singh is quiet. He's not retired just yet. So there is that factor as well that could come and disturb a lot of dynamics here.
You see, the whole thing is with the Congress that they've left it really at the last moment. Just four months before the election, when you really are going to, really do the last finishing touches of your campaign, to change a chief minister is never good for you. At first glance, a Dalit chief minister in Punjab seems to be pretty good. I think there should have been a Dalit chief minister long ago. But unfortunately, they've left it really at the last moment and after a few days of complete confusion. So, it has left an impression of a highly divided party. So they would have to do a lot of making up over the last few months. And I think that is a big problem. for the
So you
Congress,
don't think
because
this is some
I
way
think there is a
fighting-
credibility problem with the Congress everywhere in the country.
But you don't think then that bringing in a face like this is actually combating and trying to fight out anti-incumbency as well? I mean, all those things that were said about Captain, about how he comes from a legacy and how he does not indulge and etc. Don't you think they've fought that out with this name as well?
Yeah, I thought it would have been a brilliant move 1 year ago. I think, or even 8 months ago. I think it would have been a really bold, audacious move 8 months ago. But, you know, when you do it at the last moment after so much confusion, after so much infighting, with different voices still coming out, with Mr. Rawat doing this tweet, with a man whom I loved in cricket, but, you know, a man who is not exactly politically too stable, who's still constantly sort of pushing his argument that I'm the man really in charge. It's a dicey situation for the Congress.
All right, interesting. Javed Ansari, the timing is wrong. The work is right, the calculation is right, but the timing is wrong is what Ajoy is saying.
Yeah, I agree 100% with Ajoy. You know, when you make changes just couple of months ago, the BJP has been smarter. They in Gujarat, they have a more than a year. When you have just 4 months, the new man barely has enough time to find his feet, to get his act together, to get moving. There's hardly enough time. If they had, Ajay is right, if they had affected this change maybe a year or year and a half ago, that would have given Channi a lot more time to implement his own agenda. And much of those big, you know, how do you take care of anti-incumbency? By setting a new agenda, by creating some kind of momentum. 4 months is too short a time for anybody. He doesn't have a magic wand, and I'd be very surprised if you know, this change can bring about that desired result. Because
So this was a forced change by Captain Amrinder Singh's exit is what you're saying. This was a forced change. They should have foreseen this and come out as more as a party in control of itself is what I'm hearing from both Javed and Ajoy as well. Let me quickly go back to Ashutosh at this point. Ashutosh, very interestingly, we haven't heard from the Aam Aadmi Party just yet, but at this point, Mayawati has spoken. She was very quick to respond, very unlike how we've seen BSP as well. The first word she came and said, this is a gimmick, putting a Dalit CM there does not work. Aam Aadmi Party very quiet, wait and watch mode.
What I heard that Aam Aadmi Party has welcomed the appointment of Mr. Channi because they were left with no other option. How could anybody oppose a Dalit who controls 32% of vote share in Punjab and can openly oppose him? I haven't seen in the BJP only Amit Malviya is shooting here and there. The top BJP leaders are quiet. Even Akali Dal also quiet, and then the Aam Aadmi Party is also quiet. See, I have a slightly different opinion about the Ajay Bose and the Javed Ansari has said. See, first of all, we have to understand that democracy has a certain price you have to pay. And I think the removal of Amrinder Singh and the appointment of Channi is part of the democratic process. In the democracy, there will be friction, there will be factionalism, there will be conflict of interest, and there will be lobbying. I think this whole process has been. It's only in authoritarian regimes that you suddenly kill the entire cabinet and the chief minister and get somebody else and nobody says anything. So if the option before us, what my point is that if not Channi but somebody else like Randhawa had been appointed as chief minister, probably we could have said something like that. Today there is a 32% vote share with Channi. Now it's up to the Channi to fit with its own Dalit community and to just continue. He doesn't need to do anything extraordinary. If he tries to do something extraordinary, maybe he fails. If he just continue and consolidate the Dalits behind him, because Dalits in Punjab is not a monolith. There is a Ramdasiya, there is a Majrabi Sikh, there is a Valmiki, and there is a Majigar, and others also. So if he does that, and if he does that correctly, comfortably, probably he will be a dark horse, and nobody knows. And it will have a all India effect also, because today...
And how will that impact Navjot Singh Sidhu's prospects? That's my question. Him becoming the star of the moment, how will that impact equations there? Okay, this is a very fascinating discussion, and clearly we need to spend more time on this. But thank you all, gentlemen, for joining us at this point. Not the last we've heard on this story. Now we'll continue. It's the Congress party. It's Battleground Punjab, remember, at the end of the day, and we'll keep hearing more and more on things developing as the day progresses and we get closer to elections.